everyone, and let's start with Unit 1. So one thing I want to mention is that because there are audio files that go along with these units where you can listen to the pronunciation, I'm going to skip through a few of these sections. So I'm not going to go through every single part of the unit, but I'll pick out a couple of things that I just want to highlight. So with that, let's jump over to, I think that's a nice view there, to Unit 1. And we'll skip through the basic sentences, the classroom expressions, and we'll go down to note 1.1 in the grammatical note section. Try to see if we can make this a little bit bigger. Couple of things I wanted to highlight. One is the vowel sounds. I wanted to point out that there are 7 basic vowel sounds. Or ah in some cases, u, e, a, I, o. Now, these are the 7 basic vowel sounds that you'll see throughout the syllabary. And to kind of give you a sense of that, I wanted to share that with you. So let me pull up an image of the Amharic syllabary so you can kind of see what it looks like. This is very similar to the chart that most people use when they're learning the characters, learning to read and write. And you can see there's 2 sections of columns here. This first row of 7 characters is the ha consonant sound. So it's ha, hu, he, ha, he, ho. The next row is the la sound. So it's la, lu, li, la, le, lo, and so on. So when you see those 7 vowel sounds, keep this image in your mind. These are the 7 basic vowel sounds, and they're just a variety of different consonantal sounds that are attached to it. And so that's essentially how the syllabary is structured. And then with that, I wanted to just go over a couple of consonantal sounds that are unique to Amharic. Some are the glottalized sounds. So as you can see at the bottom of page 3 here, you have these sounds with these various consonants. The first row of the voiceless is just like in English, but the glottalized are a little different in that instead of pa, it's pa. Instead of ta, it's ta, ka, ta, ja. So these sounds are, best way I can describe it is that you don't breathe out as you're saying the sound. You're not exhaling. So you just kind of like, it's kind of like you're saying the sound without, but holding your breath at the same time. Pa, ta, ka, ta, and cha. A couple other consonants probably to point out with the upside down hat there. For the S, it's a sh. And then with the Z, it's a zh sound. This N with the tilde is ñ, kind of like in Spanish. And that's one of the sounds I wanted to actually point out. If we go to jump down to 1.3.1, one is this H sound here at the bottom of page 7. In English, you have the h sound as in him, but and then that there is that sound in Amharic, but then there's also this glottalized kind of sound, kind of like what we see in German or what we hear in German with nach or bach. And so it's a h sound, kind of back in the back of your throat. H. If you have a cold or something, you should feel some pain there because it's tickling that part of the back of your mouth there. H, h. Kind of similar to Hebrew too, chesed. Something similar there. The other one is that N with the tilde. Again, it's that ñ sound, similar to Spanish. The best way to kind of make that sound is just think of the word canyon and that middle part of the word as you make that transition from the first to the second syllable, the ñ sound, like la niña. And then the other one, the last one is the R sound just below that, right after. This R is rolled or flapped, again, just like in Spanish or Italian. The example here is carro. Same thing in Spanish, ropa. So this R will be trilled or rolled. So you're flapping the tongue there. Nagara, Roman, Barada, Bur, So the rest are pretty self-explanatory, but I just wanted to kind of pronounce those just to cover that for you. Then we'll jump over to the pronunciation drills. These are there to just kind of practice those different vowel sounds and the different consonantal sounds as well. If we jump down to page 9, you'll see each section. I've jumped down to unit 2. Bottom of page 9, it starts the pronunciation drills. The first section is the sound, so mablat, masmat, mahed, badla, sama. So it's good pronunciation practice, but also some vocabulary building too as you learn these different words, some verbs, some nouns. Next is the ugaden, uuta, buna, Ement, Ethiopia, Jesus, Mahed, Leba, Late, and on down to the end of the unit. So that pretty much takes care of it there. So just go over those. Again, those are also in the audio files that will come with the unit. If you practice those, you can hear it, how it's pronounced, practice the pronunciation yourself, and then learn some vocabulary along the way. Making some flashcards for these just for vocabulary wouldn't be a bad idea too. And practice these regularly, especially if it's brand new for you. Vocabulary, I think, is key to learning a language. If you can stay on that consistently every day, it's going to make a big difference. So with that, that's Unit 1 in a nutshell. And thanks for watching.